District number 2. Number 7, actually. I'm so sorry about that. We welcome you to this meeting this evening, and it's time to ask God's blessings upon this evening's proceedings. At this time, we're going to ask Pastor Warren Clark to ask God's blessings upon this evening.
Good evening, District 7. Good evening, Anguilla. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice in this evening in it. I don't hear you. Let's pray. To the King eternal, the only wise God. Father, we come humbly before your throne this evening in the name of Jesus Christ. You have been our strong tower and our shield in this nation. For you have constantly protected us and looked over us from year to year. So we give honor to your name. We pray that your hand that is not shortened would continue to go before us. So Lord, we bring this meeting this evening before you. We pray over every candidate and minister of government, and mostly our candidate, Mr. Jamie Hodge, that you will empower him, that you will give him wisdom, that you will give him vision, and that you will give him understanding. We pray, Lord, inspire him for this journey, and every other candidate and minister to lead, to govern, to build, and to establish what is right for the people of this nation. Father, we put them in your hands tonight, and we declare and decree that your will be done. In Jesus' name, amen and amen.
At this time, we're going to remain quiet as we have Kadronique Lake, one of our youths, to present to us the national anthem. Please be quiet as she performs for us in District 7.
God bless Anguilla, nurture and keep her, noble and beauty as she stands midst the sea. O land of the happy, a heaven will make thee. All lives and love we give unto thee. With heart and soul we'll build a nation proud, strong and free. We love her, hold her, dear to our hearts for eternity. Let truth and right up and up be. We'll march ever on. Mighty will make her. Long may she prosper. God grant her leaders wisdom and grace. May glory and honor ever attend her. Firm shall she stand. and throughout every age. With heart and soul we'll build a nation proud, strong and free. We love her, hold her dear to our hearts for eternity. Let truth and right up and up be. We'll march ever on. Let truth and right up and up be. We'll march ever on.
District 7, that's the future of Anguilla. This government has been investing in the young people, and the Bible says you train up a child and they will never ever depart from it. She did an awesome God. Come on, make some noise for her. District 7, welcome. Are you ready? Tonight is your night. Make some noise, District 7. As we travel around the island from East End, now we're in West End, God's been good to us. As I said on Monday night, when we launched in Island Harbor, there was a little drizzle. And then we moved to the Valley, District 4. There was another little drizzle. But not Monday night, there was a little more than a drizzle. So God is blessing us. So we're going to see what's happened tonight. Because we serve an awesome and a great God. As this boat leaves the harbor tonight, we don't want any flip-floppers on board. We only need people who can see and people who love Anguilla and appreciate what this government has done for Anguilla. Because those who have eyes to see must see. And if you have ears to hear, you must hear. So I want to welcome you here tonight to West End Long Bay. And we want to take this boat on. All on board. I want you to help me welcome our first speaker, our first batsman. He's no stranger to us. He's Julian Richardson. We know him as Bajan. I want you to make some noise and help me welcome Bajan.
To the people of West End and Mays Bay, and by extension, the entire Anguilla, let me first wish you a blessed 2025. As I stand here tonight, I stand here committed to see the involvement and the progression of my beautiful country, Anguilla, continue to rise and grow forward. As we all know, election has consequences. And the consequences that the 2020 election results brought into us, it brought in a visionary team of men and women that would do but anything to see this country and we the people move always progressive forward. We get a taste a while ago of how the futures will be looking bright by that young,
brilliant young lady that came on here and she sang the anthem. That tells us that's only one example of what that this administration has put in place. Their intention is not only for just the 2020 to 25 mandate, but to also grow that 2020 election to another 30 to 40 years. I am not talking about 2030. I'm talking about beyond. Because the type of work that this team is doing that was labeled as a rookie, then suppose if she was labeled as a professional political team, could you imagine what this country would have been looking after? My brothers and sisters, there's no maybe. The Heavenly Father has assembled this team under the auspices of Dr. Webster, a man with vision. As a matter of fact, the vision has spread on each and every member of his team. And that is the reason why, but as God-fearing people, why this country is moving so progressively forward. With God's intervention, it has spoken to the heart of your candidate, Jimmy, as to join the APM, as to make a positive difference. There's no maybe. Jimmy has conviction, and he have ability, he have love, and he have consideration for this district and Anguilla in its totality. Of course, for the years gone by, this district was put in a slumbering mentality by the present, soon to be gone, representative that don't have whites, doesn't have care and love and commitment for the district. And it is imperative that you all understand that this is Jimmy time. This is Western Long Bay time to grow and move forward. There's no maybe. There's no maybe. The present, soon to gone representative must be forgotten by all cause and by all means necessary. This team, the APM, have performed like as if it been in power for the past 60 years. And you know, as having Anguilla blood in me, when I hear outsiders out of Anguilla asking the question, what gone wrong in Anguilla? What magic they're working out there? It makes me feel proud to be a part of this Anguilla. And therefore, we must move the country forward. We must do what is necessary. This group of people understand perfectly well that this is Western and Long Bay time to move forward. Brothers and sisters, under the AUM administration, this district was known as the breadbasket of Anguilla. And from the moment that team take over, we have lost that title. It is imperative that we walk along with Jimmy and his APM brothers and sisters to make a difference. When you look at the quality of the team, we have a replica of Dame Eugenia Charles and young Deanne Kentish Rogers. We have a replica in the Prime Minister of Barbados in Corinthia. And we have the replica of Janet Jagan and that young lady that will be the candidate at large, Miss Hodge. All of this carries divine intervention. And because of that, my brothers and sisters, let us work hand in hand in the interest of nation building. Nation building means that each and every one of us must help put in place for that generation to come behind to have a better avenue moving more forward and beyond and out of the 21st century. Let's work together and let us build an Anguilla that everyone will be more prouder than at this present moment. The people are talking about the airport. One of the best projects in the world that could ever happen to this country is that airport. That airport is going to be responsible for the economy of this country, my brothers and sisters. Don't matter fool you. Nevis at this present moment is copying the Minister of Infrastructure, Anguilla Minister of Infrastructure, and making sure that they too come up with an airport. So what's wrong, my brothers and sisters? St. Kitts stopped cutting cane for years, and they gone into tourism. It means too that because they want to give us competition in tourism, we got to upgrade. Let nobody fool you. You don't downgrade, you upgrade. And that is what every minister of this team will do and are doing at this present moment. So let's work together in the interest of one love, one hope, one future, and one destiny. I thank you all.
Thank you very much, Bajan. Come on, West End. Make some noise. Right on my left-hand side here, the West End community, they're having some eats and some drinks, so try and support Jamie. And right over here, Ken Hodge, our minister, he's selling his natural homemade drink, so try and support him just right over here. The Jeep is here, his wife is there, so we want you to support both Ken and the Long Bay Western people. Now Western, Long Bay, it's time for change. You will never know what change is all about until you make that change. You will never see your district develop until you make that change. No more of the same old, same old. You listen to your representative in the House of Assembly. There's no contribution. Nothing. If there's not roads, if there's not sports, if there's not a traffic light, there's no contribution from him. Come on, Western Long Bay. You can do better than that. He reminds me of some minister that we had years ago. The same old thing. And when you don't mix with people, that's what happens to you. You go speechless. But Western Long Bay, tonight is your night. And I want you to be happy. I want you to make some noise as I bring to you our next speaker, our Minister of Home Affairs, who have been making the difference in the great-grandchildren of Anguilla lives. As I said before, the other minister and the other team, they just bring them on board and left them out in the sea because they was looking for votes. But these people are getting the benefits that Anguilla is giving them right now. They can work in Anguilla without any harassment because of this minister. So help me welcome the Honorable Kenneth Hodge, the man that speaks facts. He doesn't speak fraud. It's all about Moby. Make some noise, Anguilla West End.
To put Anguilla first, that can only call for a brighter tomorrow. He's giving his all, so put Anguilla first. Fairness for all. We cannot be real together. We'll stand tall. In the heart of our islands, where dreams can ignite. Kenneth Hodge is rising and ready to fight. Committed to invest, uplift and inspire. Empower the people, fueling their fire. Put Anguilla first.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening, District 7. Good evening, good evening. District 7, it was a big party in District 2 on Monday evening, and the party continues right here in District 7. Tonight, the bell has rung, and we are counting down for elections on February 26th. Good night, fellow Anguillians, in particular the esteemed residents of District 7, the breadbasket of Anguilla. It is a pleasure once again to be back in this vibrant community, a place that thrives with potential and promise, a community that is home to most of Anguilla's premier hospitality establishments. I stand before you tonight not just as a supporter, but as a proud advocate for a remarkable young man, our candidate, your representative, Jeremy Hodge, the next elected member in the Anguilla House of Assembly. I am happy that Jeremy is now part of an administration that gets things done. An administration that works hard for you, the people of Anguilla. An administration that works to make life better for you, our people. But the other side wants you to believe that we do not love you or care about you. But we know that you know better. They talk while we work. They say they put people first. What hogwash? Those are empty words by people. Talk is cheap. District 7, I ask you tonight, what have they done for you? Nothing. How have they made your lives and this community better? District 7, you finally have an administration that has put a minimum wage in place. An administration that will upgrade the minimum wage to a living wage when we return to office after general elections. District 7, when we get back in office, we will be giving serious consideration to removing the 5% administrative charge and service charge. District 7, that will be more money in the pockets of our workers, more money. Say yes to progress. So District 7, tonight, I want to ask the former Minister of Labor to tell us her record. In 2015, the former Minister of Labor created a revenue measure or a tax, a 10% levy on work permit fees, and she did nothing with it. Nothing with it. Did that demonstrate that she was putting people first? Up to the end of December, industry for well over 30 years, and they go home with their last paycheck. That's a crying shame. So I ask you tonight, what did the former Minister of Labor, who was in office for 10 years, what did she do to address this issue of our workers? Nothing. But don't worry, my people. Don't worry, my people. For the elections next month, we are putting in place a pension plan for our private sector workers. It is on the way. My people, when this APM administration says we're going to do something, we do it. We are known as a do things crew. Look at all the things we have accomplished so far in just 3.5 years. Just 3.5 years. Over 100 accomplishments. You saw on the screen a short while ago where we passed the work permit exemptions for great-grandchildren of Anguillians born overseas. And just Tuesday of this week, we went to the House of Assembly and we passed legislation to exempt the immigration fees. That is progress, my people. And while we are talking about our Spanish brothers and sisters, I just want them to know that the visa requirement for them to come to Anguilla is not something that this administration has put in place. It is something that we have to do because we are a British overseas territory, and up to now, the UK has not removed the Dominican Republic from the list of visa requirements. It's not the government of Anguilla. So District 7, tonight I want you to answer these questions about the past government and your current district representative. What has the past government done for the hospitality workers over the past 15 years? What is the legacy of the past government? What is the legacy of your current representative? Name one major thing that your present representative has done to improve the lives of the people in District 7. And I am not speaking about running errands here and there, talking about boat racing and cricket. Yes, I did. The fixed contracts, yes, and I removed it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So as I was saying, what major thing your representative has done, besides talking about cricket and talking about boat racing, and of course, how can we forget those monologues about the traffic light in Long Bay? But District 7, I say to you tonight, you need someone who can bring meaningful development to this community. District 7, hear me tonight. It is time for new blood. This community wants a blood transfusion. It is time for sound representation in your community. My people, it is time for progress. It is time to change the guard. And this community needs young and vibrant leadership. And I say to you tonight that Jamie Hodge is the man for this time. With Jamie and the APN team, he will get things done. District 7, just last month in December, the launch of the annual Echoes of Tradition for uniting the residents of the Western community with their past was a significant one. Jamie believes that people should be recognized for their work. He sees a value in people and he believes in rewarding them. Jamie is concerned about recognizing the important role played by you, the people who have developed and contributed to this community. So I say to you tonight, District 7, Jamie is the man for District 7 in the upcoming general elections. So tonight I say to you, go out in full force on election day and make a choice that you all can be proud of in this district. Vote for Jamie Hodge. Vote for the APM candidate in every district. Vote for the 4 at-large candidates. Quincy Gums Marie, Geneva Hodge, Atlin Vanderpool, and yours truly, Kenneth Hodge. Do not split your votes. Do not split your votes. From 1 to 7, vote all 11. My people say yes to progress. 5 votes, 5 votes. Vote APM, the Anguilla Progressive Movement. Good night, my people, and thank you for listening.
When you're voting, vote for stamina, a strong leader. And remember to put Anguilla first. That can only call for a brighter tomorrow. He's giving his also. Put Anguilla first. Fairness for all. We cannot be real together. We'll stand tall. In the heart of our islands,
All on board!
Kenneth Hodge is rising and ready to fight.
Now, earlier on, the Western people from Jamie Camp said, there's a lot of people around here, but they're sitting in their cars and they're outside the fence. I told you the fence is for the people, human beings. Outside the fence is for cars. I like disciplined people, people who listen. So you all need to come inside so we can be all a part of the boat and what's happening here this evening. Do me that favor. And the folks on my left-hand side said to let you all know that they have some corn soup, chicken, and chicken soup. So they are looking for your support. They didn't tell me the price, but you can go there and find out from them. And then one of the cops said there's a bus up here, T189. They're blocking a lot of vehicles that want to get out, so they're asking for your assistance. That's T189. Thank you so much. Now, District 7, I want you to make some noise. Tonight is your night. All on board? Come on, make some noise. Let's get in the fence. Long Bay Western. Now, this next candidate that I'm going to introduce to you, I want you to really make some noise for him. There's a lot of chatter going around in Anguilla, which I choose not to speak about. But tonight they said today that he's been rejected. He hasn't been rejected. He has been embraced by the APM family. They threw him overboard. The APM picked him up, and now he's at home. He's embraced with family love. So I want you, West End, Long Bay, Anguilla, to help me welcome Auckland Vanderpool. Look at the smile on his face. Come on, make some noise.
I trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you.
I trust, say it.
I trust.
Tell me how to do it, y'all.
In you.
I believe, say it.
I believe you.
I trust.
I trust.
Come on.
In you.
Oh
Lord, Jehovah, you.
Where y'all at? Come on.
I trust in you.
I believe, say it.
I believe.
You want to be God of miracles. Go. Good evening. Good evening, West End. Good evening, District number 7. Good evening, APM family. You know, Brother Lyndon said a while ago that the chatters around that I got rejected. Well, always remember, when one door is closed, another one is open. And let me tell you, APM family, it is the best I have ever felt. You all make me feel comfortable, and I appreciate that. Now, I stand here tonight with great pride. Great pride because I am here to endorse a son of the soil. And I want to tell you tonight why this APM movement is the best choice for Anguilla, especially at this time. Now, I don't want to sound ungrateful. So I want to say to District 7 that you have elected a representative for the past 10 years. And I want to thank him for his service. But let me say to you, District number 7, it is time to move on. Teacher Lennox said in his opening at the lunch that there comes a time. Tonight, District 7, this is your time. This is the time for you to shine. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Hodge is your best option for representation in this district, especially at this time. He is part of a team that is progressive, a team that is bold, and a team that is not afraid to take those difficult and tough decisions. And that team is the Anguilla Progressive Movement. Let me remind you that Jamie is a very young man. He's hardworking. He's smart. He's a businessman. He's a fisherman. And let me tell you, he's a real community man, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie is a real community man. Despite his age and his youth, he is a leader, a real leader. And when you elect him and send him to the House of Assembly, you will get real representation here in District 7. Jamie represents the future of District 7 and the future of Anguilla. As I said earlier, he's a true leader, and he has made the right choice to be a part of this team. This APM team, a hard-working team led by the Honorable Ellis Lorenzo Webster. District 7, this APM team has delivered and is still delivering for you. You just need to elect Jamie and say yes to progress. I am sure that by now all of you would have heard most or all of the good things that this APM government has done for Anguilla. But let me remind you about just a few of them. Just a few of them. This APM government has given our seniors over 70 and over free health care. It has given free health care to our children 6 years and under. Free dialysis to our dialysis patients. And District number 7, let me just remind you, because sometimes we talk about dialysis and we are not sure about what goes on there when we talk about being free. If you are on dialysis, I am told that you have to have 3 visits per week. At least 3 visits per week. Each of those visits are over 1,000 EC dollars. That's per visit. Which means that in a month, your bill for dialysis would be just over $12,000 per month. And if my maths serve me correct, for a year, you would have to pay over $144,000 just for dialysis. And fellow Anguillians, this APM government decide, you know what? You deserve it, and you will have it free. Our homeowners were balling. Some could not pay their property tax. Your APM government decide, you know what? Let us ease the people of Anguilla. Remove property tax. Property tax free. And ladies and gentlemen, they are all around saying that APM does not care about people. APM does not care about people. But tell me, who are the individuals who are receiving all of this free treatment this free health care. Who's receiving it? The people of Anguilla are benefiting, ladies and gentlemen. And when we are going overseas to St. Martin, we don't have to feel ashamed of what we have in Blowing Point. There's a new ferry terminal that was finished, started and finished by the APM administration. Ladies and gentlemen, I can go on and on and on and on. But you know. But District 7, all of us know that this area is known as the breadbasket of Anguilla. From your resources, most of us are feeding our families. And I want to thank you very much. But in addition to being the breadbasket, I know that Weston is famous for its agriculture and for its fishing. Yes, I can remember the days when we came down here from all the way east to Ilri and all of those other farmers to get our produce. And your fishermen, they provide us with a lot of fish. But hear me, District number 7, when you elect Jamie, we will work hard to promote fishing and farming right here in Weston again. And let me tell you, under this APM administration, our fishermen can now benefit from the following. They can benefit from cheaper prices on fishing supplies under this administration. The government has developed feds, fish aggregating devices, and those are free to the fishermen of Anguilla. You can use them to fish by, given by the government of Anguilla. You need to know as well that you can benefit from no duties and GST when you import your bait into Anguilla. There is no GST and no duties on the importation of outboard engines and their parts under this administration. But I want to say to our fishermen and to our farmers, you need to join the Fishermen's Association. Get your ID card and you can bring in your stuff duty-free. But you need to be a part of that activity, of that organization. You need to join. For those involved in farming, and I hope that most of you will get involved, because we need to produce what we eat and eat what we produce. For those of you, I know some of you are into poultry. You will be pleased to know that we have a brand new hatchery right on Anguilla. We don't have to import our chickens anymore. We can hatch them right here. For those of you raising animals and want to slaughter them under sanitary conditions, a new abattoir is being developed at the Agriculture Department. If you go to the valley next to agriculture, you will notice that there's a shade house village. And that those shade houses have been given to our farmers to produce food for all of Anguilla. Our farmers, some of our farmers also applied for and got free water tanks so that they could have water to help with the growth of their produce. And fellow Anguillians, I want you to know this. All of this for our farmers and fishermen is coming because of the hard work of our Minister of Sustainability, the Honorable Quincy Gomes Marie. She's a hard worker. She's a hard worker, and I would encourage you to vote for her as well. Vote for Jamie. Vote for Quincy. Vote for Ken Hodge. Vote for Gleneva. And vote for myself here in West End and all our candidates around Anguilla. Fellow Anguillians, this APM team is a caring one. Very caring. This team is working for you. This APM team is working for you, and they continue to deliver. District 7, let me tell you a secret. When you vote for Jamie and our candidates in this area, you are getting 2 for 1. You are getting 2 for 1. And what I mean, you are getting Jamie as the district candidate, and you have Gleneva as the other representative in district number 7. 2 for 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will want to say this to you. Gleneva is our newest candidate. Newest island-wide candidate. And let me tell you, she is able, and she's a hard worker. She is determined, and she can bring the goods home to West End and to Anguilla. She was born in West End. You know her. She knows you. Anguilla, she's a real Anguillian. Because despite the fact that she is from West End, her grandfather's from Island Harbour, her great-grandfather's from Island Harbour, and her grandparents are from Stony Ground. So she straddles the whole of Anguilla. But there's one serious thing I want you to listen to me carefully about. If you have been listening to the radio and to the various proclamations over the past weeks and months, you will hear the opposition saying that a lot of the initiatives put forward by this APM administration are not sustainable. That's what they are saying. They are not sustainable. Now the question is, what do they mean by that? Now, if something is not sustainable, then you will not carry it forward. Which means that if you vote for any of the other opposition, especially AUF, who is saying that it is unsustainable, it is only saying that the senior shield, the junior shield, and all of those other things that you are benefiting from, it is a possibility that they will not continue those activities. Mark you, I am saying that there is a possibility. They can make you promises, but let me tell you, they cannot assure you that they will continue these activities. So I want you to take that into consideration. Protect what you have and do not give it up just for a promise. So District 7 and Anguilla, when you go to the polls, now be careful when you go to the polls for this general election, I want you to vote for a team that has your best interest at heart. This APM team. They say that I was rejected. Maybe I was rejected for a purpose. And this is the purpose, to open your eyes to what is going on. So once again, remember, 5 votes, 5 votes, 5 votes. Make sure it's 5 votes. From 1 to 7, all 11. From 1 to 7, all 11. People of District number 7, remember, Jamie Hodge, Quincy Gomes-Murray, Gleneva Hodge, Kenneth Hodge, and myself, Atlin Van Der Poel. Good night, West End. Good night, and God bless you.
Jehovah, you
Say it.
I trust
In you.
in you.
There you are.
Oh Lord, Jehovah, you
I trust. Say it.
I
Show
trust
me how to do it, y'all.
in you.
I believe. Say it. Say it.
I believe you. I trust
Come on.
in you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord, Jehovah, you
Where y'all at? Come on. Come on.
I trust in you.
I believe. Say it.
I believe.
You want to be God of miracles.
Now, District number 7, Long Bay, Western Anguilla. Western Long Bay, do you really want to see real change? You want to see a difference in your constituency? Vote for Jamie and Gleneva. You know, when you live in your mother's house and you grow up, you try to make some little adjustments to help your mom's house look nice. Some of us continue to live in the past. The people of Long Bay and West End continue to vote for someone who doesn't even think about them. You got to change it. You got to change it. You have to. District number 7. Do you want to see that real change come to your community? You have to make a difference. Now, this next candidate that I'm going to present to you, I've known this candidate from time she was a little girl. Every day I was in Long Bay by my good friend Anderson. He's gone. And she was raised by her great-grand Evie. The Hodges family, I've known them for years, more than 40 years. They've been my friends. So I know where she came from. You can't tell her anything. She's been out there doing her best to mold people, to make a difference in Anguilla, to make a difference in the lives of our young people. So you cannot point your finger at her and say nothing about her. She's making a difference. And I want to tell the people of Long Bay and West End, this platform is not about abusing people. This platform is about speaking truth to the nation. I wouldn't be on this platform if they were telling lies to the people, because lies get to hang. So, ladies and gentlemen, people of Long Bay, help me welcome one of your own, Geneva Hodge.
Blessings and blessings. And I wish you blessings. Blessings and blessings. I wish you good times, good times, good times. Fun times, fun times, fun times. Good life, good life, good life. Long life, long life. I wish you good times, good times, good times. Fun times, fun times, fun times. Good life, good life, good life. Long life, long life. If I only love you one more time, if I only rate you one more time, don't get along all the time. This agreement can stop the line. You is my friend, my family. If they trouble you, they trouble me. Always defend you, me charge. You need to finish where you start. So don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry at all. I got you, my friend. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry at all. Anytime you need me, just call me.
Anguilla, good night. APM family, good night. Long Bay, Meads Bay, the Cove, West End, District 7, good night. District 7, we are home. Oh, what a glorious night. Tonight, I can only imagine my great-grandmother, Evie, and Jamie's great-grandmother, Jean Rebecca, who were two great best friends, sitting beside each other and beaming with pride, knowing that their legacy lives on in the two of us united together on this stage with this APM team. A team that has made progress that our great-grandmothers could only dream about, but that this APM administration has made a reality for all of us. Standing in this place, and as I look out, I am inspired by a story that stuck with me since growing up right here in the Emmanuel Methodist Church. It is a story of the Samaritan woman. Jesus broke barriers to speak to the Samaritan woman, and when she heard the good news, she did not keep it to herself. She ran and told others. Anguilla, just as the woman at the well shared good news because she was filled with hope and purpose, so too I stand before you tonight with good news. I am here to share the good news of the work of this APM administration. Senior Shield, good news. Junior Shield, good news. The removal of property tax, good news. Electricity credits, good news. Food vouchers for our seniors, good news. The school lunch program at schools, good news. Assistance for our farmers, good news. Assistance for our fishers, good news. Now stay with me. on February 26th, when you elect Jamie Hodge, me, Gleneva Hodge, Quincy Gomes Marie, Atlin Vanterpool, and Kenneth Hodge, the people of West End can finally shout good news. Because District 7, we will finally have true and proper representation in the House of Assembly and the halls of government. You will have representation from persons whose voice will be heard because it is valued. Your concerns will no longer be forgotten alongside the road. You will have representatives who understand what Senior Shield means to you. It is the ability to see a doctor and get medication without worrying about the cost. It is knowing that should your parents or grandparents fall ill and need to be hospitalized, you do not have to worry about shouldering the cost. It is understanding that Senior Shield gives you the dignity to not have to beg for medical assistance for any of our elderly because it is afforded to all. Now hear me when I say that is putting people first. Not just some people, not just their people, but all our people. And you can rest assured that we won't remove it. You will have representatives that understand that Junior Shield is ensuring that young families can afford medication and medical bills for all children under the age of 6. Now, as a parent, I know, and you know, that it is at that age that so many children pick up viruses, whether it's at daycare or at school, requiring hospital visits and doctor visits. This is what it looks like to put people first. And Anguilla, this APM administration will not remove it. When you elect this APM administration, you will have representatives who understand that when the former administration, without care, changed and raised property tax to punish us for inheriting lands from our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents in a place where we are blessed to have some of the greatest beaches on the face of this earth. However, the representatives from the Anguilla Progressive Movement, the people's government, understood that this was an unfair and unjust tax, and so they removed it, putting people first. And they didn't just do it for us here in West End. They did it on every residential home across Anguilla. Now, just as Jesus broke barriers that day at the well in San Maria, so too has this APM removed barriers from the people they serve. Growing up here in West End, we've always been surrounded by family. Some who spoke English, some who spoke Espanol. But they were no less family. So when this government decided to remove the barrier of work permits for the great-grandchildren of Anguillians, they were putting people first. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is good news. So people of District 7 and all of Anguilla, I ask, will you be like the woman at the well and spread good news? Will you spread a message of hope and progress? Will you tell persons we are saying yes to progress because we have seen a stronger economy? Will you tell them that we are saying yes to progress because APM believes in opportunities for all? Will you tell them that we are saying yes to progress because we have a vision of a future where every Anguillian is valued, uplifted, and empowered? I know that you are saying yes. You are saying yes to Quincy Gomes Marie and Otlin Vanterpool because they will continue progress. They will ensure that our farmers and fisher folk are equipped to ensure food security for our people. I know you are saying yes to Kenneth Hodge because not only has he implemented a minimum wage, ensuring the rights of great-grandchildren of Anguillians, he will continue to progress with a pension plan for all persons in the private sector and move us from a minimum wage to a livable wage. I know you are saying yes to me, Gleneva Hodge, as I continue progress to advocate for our children, women, and families who are the cornerstones of our community. I know you are saying yes to Jamie Hodge, District number 7. Because he will progress this district to its full potential as the economic capital of Anguilla. And I know you are saying yes to this entire APM team, led by our leader, our capable leader, Dr. Ellis Lorenzo Webster. So yes, we are saying yes to progress. So come on board this boat and share the good news of progress, because we are full steam ahead to February 26th when we elect this APM government back into government. We will re-elect the APM movement to lead us into the next 5 years. So say yes. Let me hear you say yes. Say yes to progress. Say yes to 5 more years. So, say it with me. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. Because come election day, from 1 to 7, all 11. Good night, Anguilla. Good night, West End.
And I wish you blessings. Blessings, blessings and blessings. And I wish you blessings. Blessings, blessings and blessings. I wish you good times, fun times, fun times, fun times. Good life, good life, good life. Long life, long life. I wish you good times, good times, good times. Fun times, fun times, fun times. Good life, good life, good life. Long life, long life.
There you had it, Anguilla. Western Long Bay, one of your very own, full of energy. I want you to make some noise and help me welcome our next speaker. She doesn't need any introduction. She's a giant of a woman. She has done so much for Anguilla in such a short time. All you need to do, Anguilla, is to elect Quincy Marie Gums of 5 more years, 5 votes, 1 to 7, all 11. Make some noise for Quincy, the Honorable Quincy
If
Marie
there's a
Gums.
message I can send to the people of Anguilla, it would simply be, Anguilla, now is for the doing.
Minister Quincy Gums Marie is a formidable force.
This minister, Quincy, you're a force of nature.
APM family, District 7, good night, good night, good night. Good night to the members of our family who are tuned in on radio, on Facebook, those who say that they're right there so they can hear us on their porch. Good night, good night, good night. I thought they said that District 7 people don't come out. District 7. District 7. Let me hear you. District 7, something feels different about tonight. Something about this campaign feels different. I don't know, maybe it's the peace of knowing that our record speaks for itself. Maybe it's the confidence of knowing that the people of Anguilla can see and feel the effects of our great work. Because when we stood before you in 2020, we asked for your trust. We asked you to believe in the vision of this team, a team that promised to take this country from a mess to progress. And tonight, my people, we do not stand before you with empty promises. We do not come begging for a chance to prove ourselves. We come with the proof. And the proof is all around us. I I could stand here tonight and tell you all the things that I have done. But when I came to you in 2020, I told you that I will be your voice. So tonight, instead, I want to share some of the stories of Anguillians who have asked me to speak for them. Because this election is not about me. It's about them. It's about all of you. It's about all of us. So, I will start first with the story of a young lady in District 3. I remember visiting her home in December of last year, and as I stepped onto the porch, someone came by, homies outside, nearly knocked me off my feet. She looked me in the eyes and said, "You, Quincia, you don't know how much I love you." She told me how back in 2020, when the world was shut down and tourism collapsed, she was receiving $1,000 EC dollars a month because she worked in hospitality and was out of a job. She told me about how, because of our bubble concept, because of our leadership in leading the reopening, she and her husband were able to be returned to work. She did not have to beg for bread. She did not have to struggle alone. She did not have to move out of her apartment because her government understood the importance of getting her back to work. Because her government, when others were hoping for us to fail, we knew that we had to take the steps to get us back on our feet. Now, today, we have had the highest visitor arrivals in the history of Anguilla. Under our watch. And that lady, well, she has had her highest service charge year after year after year under our watch. There were those who tried to tell people, don't tell the government that the service charge is high. But the proof is in the pockets. She got a lifeline. Many of you got a lifeline. And now, as one people, we move forward together. And that, my people, is the difference between real leadership and reckless leadership. Then, this one is one of my favorites, an experience with a contractor. A few months ago, I sat with a contractor, a man who has been in the construction industry for years. He said, "Quincia, I need you to tell my story because I hate to hear this, you can't eat concrete nonsense." So tonight, I will tell it. He told me about how he was able to employ over 50 men who otherwise would have been out of work because of this government. He told me about a man that he has been helping since 2018, a man who could not find enough work to keep his family afloat. That man struggled for years, barely holding on. But under this administration, he found stability. He got back on track with his mortgage and was able to buy a car. And that contractor looked at me and said, "Quincia, tell them just like this. People can't eat concrete, but they can't eat hypocrisy either." And by the sound of your horns tonight, I can confidently say that he was right. The opposition wants to pretend that infrastructural projects commenced by this administration did not contribute to homes and well-being. They want to say that people are hungry while talking down the very initiatives that literally put them in a position to put food on their tables. Instead of being happy for you, instead of being happy for Anguillians, they want you to starve just so they can have a story to tell. They want to erase history, hoping you will forget the mess they left behind. But tonight I say, with no reservation, that the hungriest people in Anguilla are the opposition, hungry for power, hungry for relevancy, and starving from lack of ideas. But Anguilla, we are not blind. We saw the destruction they caused, and we see the progress we've made. Story number 3. The story of a young customs officer. About 3 years ago, I had a conversation with a customs officer. She said, "Minister, I could not believe my ears when I heard the leader of the opposition try to distance herself from the goods and services tax." She said more than a foundation was laid. People were sent off for training for GST. Our computer systems were upgraded for GST. We had multiple sessions with consultants, and a rate of 17% was chosen. The format was chosen. Multiple rounds of internal consultations. All of this had taken place before the 2020 elections. Yet now, they want to stand before the people of Anguilla and pretend that nothing happened. They want to pretend as if the goods and services tax magically appeared. They think we fools. They believe that they can lie their way into office. But let me tell you the words of that customs officer. And she said, "When you stand on lies, you fall on the truth." Finally, stay with me for a moment as I tell you the story of a woman who finally felt inspired to vote. I recently met a lovely young lady who lived in Anguilla long enough to become one of us. She has seen administration after administration come and go. She looked me in the eyes and said, "For the first time in my life, I feel inspired to vote." She told me that when she looks at her son, she wants to be able to say to him that she stood up for his future. And she said this election will not catch her on the sidelines. She wants to tell him that she played her part in his future, that she made a choice for him. And her words stayed with me because she told me in no uncertain terms that this is bigger than politics. This is about the future of Anguilla. She said, "When I look at the Anguilla I see today, and the one I saw in 2019, I have to say yes to progress. And this is what elections is all about, my friends. It's about progress. It's about ensuring that the sacrifices we have made, the sacrifices you have made, were not done in vain. The work that we have done, the foundation that we have built, are not destroyed by the same people who failed us before, again and again and again, with bad decision after bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. They are doing their best, digging up old tapes, chopping up clips, putting things out of context, all with one goal: to mislead you on their way to high office. And if they would go that far, turn into movie producers and all, before they turn into responsible, respectable leaders, then that tells you all you need to know. But I encourage you, my friends, I encourage you not to get caught up in the lights, not to get caught up in the moments, but to think about your future and think about the present that the Anguilla Progressive Movement has delivered to you. So when they come with their distractions, when they come with their manipulations, when they come with their tricks, I want you to ask them one simple question. When they come with their money, what is your record? What is your record? For some, millions gone from health authority. For others, using ATB for financial gain. What is your record? Ask them, what did you build that armor did not break? What did you fix? What did you leave behind? And we're not talking about debt. Because my people, this Anguilla Progressive Movement has a record that we can stand on and talk about for days and days and days and days and days and days and days. To the point one of my friends told me a while ago, you have so much of a record that you even forget some of the things you do. But look around you. The economy, stronger than ever. From a mess to progress. Taxes, property tax abolished. GST reduced from 17% to 13%. A mess to progress. Agriculture, we created so much more. $5 million invested in food security after those areas were abandoned for decades. From a mess to progress. Sports, we doubled the investment so that our young people have doubled the opportunities. From a mess to progress. After all of this, after our hard work, after one of our members jumped over so that they can go and have a pina colada on the side of the beach, they are saying no, give them a chance. But the greatest part of our record, even if we forget some of the parts, is that we are hard workers. And that is all that matters. They want you to forget. But with the newest member, it's going to be hard. Because you cannot forget the financial destruction that was left in this country. You cannot forget the reckless spending. You cannot forget the schools left unfinished. You cannot forget the Valley Main Road. You cannot forget. We will not forget. The future is in your hands. So I ask you tonight, do we go back to the mess? Or do we say yes? Or do we say yes? Anguilla, tonight the choice is yours. On February 25th and 26th, the choices will be yours. And the best choice for Anguilla, the best choice for right now, is the Anguilla Progressive Movement. But District 7, more than anything, you have also had a record of a man who does not show up. You have also had a record of a man who only comes to the House of Assembly to talk about cricket and stoplights. You have also had a record for a man who, when we look across the aisle, can hardly be seen. You have also had a record for a man who wants to fly around this globe on first class. And never before has the term meant so much more than the phrase, change can't wait. District 7, change can't wait. So on February 25th and 26th, Jamie Hodge is the man to call. Jamie Hodge deserves your vote. Jamie Hodge shows up for you. And Jamie Hodge is not sailing into government alone. Surrounding him is 4 capable persons in the persons of Mr. Austin Vanterpool, Mr. Kenneth Hodge, your daughter, Miss Geneva Hodge, and myself, Quincy Gums Marie. Say yes to progress. Use your 5 votes and our 5 votes. 5 votes! 5 votes! 5 votes! 1 to 7. 1 to 7. 1 to 7. Let me hear you for Jamie. 1 to 7. APM family, don't keep the energy here. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your co-workers, tell those who are afraid to wear the shirts but nowhere to vote that on February 25th and 26th, we are saying 5 votes. 5 votes. We are saying without a shadow of a doubt, yes, yes, yes to progress. Thank you and good night.
Mario, back again. I want to join the rest of the pack on this government launch and attack. but I can't determine their fate before they come in office. I investigate. John 8:32 has made a believer in me. You will know the truth, and the truth sets you free. So before I mislead you with any untruths in my song, listen up, because this is what I found. They promise an improved healthcare system, and they deliver a new MRI machine. They deliver that too. They promise us the senior shield, and they deliver a new dialysis unit. They deliver that too. They promise a social project to every MOU. The hospital isolation unit, they deliver that too. Premier Anguilla owe you a ton of respect for promises made, promises kept. Gimme. Since I was small, I could never forget all the blows I used to get. Mom and dad preaching to me, son, don't follow bad company. With that advice ringing inside my ear, social media gossip I don't want to hear. I did my research, I dig deep and walk long to get the lyrics for this composition. They promise us the Valley Main Road, and they deliver the airport road. They deliver that too. They promise us improved access, and they deliver American Airlines. They deliver that too. They promise us a new ferry boat terminal, George Hill bypass. They deliver that too. Ministers, you have gone beyond what Anguilla expect. Look, promises made, promises kept. I must remind you before you forget, promises now made are being kept. I'll say this without regret, just look at the legacy they have set. For everything God created is good, so good. For all things let us give thanks. To say it differently, it would really hurt. But here are more findings that I unearthed. They promise us the school lunch program, and they deliver 10 million for the high school. They deliver that too. They promise us a minimum wage, and they deliver understudy program. They deliver that too. And upgraded fisheries and agriculture. The Blue Belt program, they deliver that too. Ministers, it's the people you have never neglect, because promises made, promises kept.
Anguilla West
Western Long Bay. We decide to play that song for you so that you remember, because Anguillans so easily forget. You know, Anguillans like pain. Sometimes you got to get rid of the pain. And you got to do the honorable and right thing. Now you listen to our other people on the other side. Everything this government did, they criticize. Everything. You can't eat concrete. What's the big rush? They criticize the Valley Road. They criticize Blumpoint Tunnel Building. They criticize the airport. 150 people walking there, you know. But you know something? They say Anguillans are hungry. They cheese me off. They really cheeses me off. You know who's hungry in Anguilla? Them hungry for power. And right now, we got them just where we want them. Just where we want them, we got them. They can't even raise their head. They're scrambling. But you know what? Good people of Anguilla, Western Long Bay, you call your families who live in America and England, wherever they are, and you tell your families, don't come to Anguilla unless they get a wrong trip ticket, because they may not get back. Trump might make sure they don't get back in. The decisions you make in life have consequences. So you got to be careful. America's the biggest example in the world right now. Because of the consequences the people of America make, they are suffering. People of Western, I am not one of the speakers, but I want to warn you to make the right decision. You have eyes to see, make sure you can see. You have ears to hear, make sure you can hear. Be careful of the dangers that lie ahead with the other side. They are the ones hungry for power. So ladies and gentlemen, people of Western, Long Bay, Anguilla, help me welcome one of the big giants, the Honorable Hayden Hughes.
District 7 in particular, and to the people of Anguilla in general. How are you feeling? Anyone seen Cardi? Have you seen Cardi? The trees are blocking my vision of Tipsy Tuttle. Are you ready to continue the growth and development of this nation? Are you ready for a pension plan for all our people? In particular, our hospitality workers and construction personnel. If they tell you we are selling a pipe dream, then ask them, who brought you a minimum wage? Are you ready for your road to move from dirt to concrete and asphalt? If they tell you that we are making false promises, just ask them, who brought you senior and junior shield to ensure that our people are given the health care they need and deserve without digging deep into their pockets? Are you ready for international standard track and field and significant upgrades to our cricketing facility? If they tell you we are making false promises, then ask them, who is the government that brought you the development of a national green space and invested in farming inclusive of water tanks and canopies and greenhouses? Ladies and gentlemen of Anguilla, of West End, are you ready for the redevelopment of the water infrastructure and sidewalks and proper street lighting throughout this nation? If they tell you that we are making false promises, then ask them, have they seen the new Blowing Point Ferry Terminal or the development at the airport? They have said, Premier, they have said that we have done too much too fast. They have asked us, what's the rush? But I say to you tonight that our work is not yet done. We are the government who ensure that our people, our great-grandchildren, who are now home, can walk without difficulty. We are the government who has invested in brand new school buses that are set to arrive in a few weeks, along with 4 ambulances. Minister Kentish Rogers, thinking about school buses, let me remind you that on March the 21st, 2007, Evans, McNeil, Rogers told you that they had received a gift of new school buses from Viceroy Corps, only to find out when we came to office in 2010 that you, the taxpayers of Anguilla, bought those old buses. Just imagine lying on behalf of foreign investors. But today, they would have you believe that we are in bed with them. Dr. Webster, our premier, our leader, our undisputed heavyweight champion, has insisted that every developer that comes to our shows must invest in our people. Unprecedented. Unprecedented. This has never happened before. And only your APM administration have the testicular fortitude to do so. Because when we sit across the table, we do not ask for anything for ourselves. No 10%. 100% for you. West End. Seek out the gentleman. Where is he, Gail? Seek out the gentleman who was there when we toured the old Lansam Bowl Cultural Center with Dot, and he can tell you we never asked for anything for ourselves. We are all about you. All about you. That's the truth. And that is why from Island Harbor to West End, the people are saying, yes. Yes, Geraldine. Yes, Charlie. Yes, the progress. Sail on, ladies and gentlemen. Sail on. Sail on to a future that is bright. Sail on. Sail on. Sail on to an Anguilla that every Anguillian, whether will have a chance at success, because we are an administration that does not discriminate. Whether you are APM or otherwise, the Anglic electricity credits will apply to you. You too, Roxy. Whether you are APM or otherwise, your property tax is eradicated. Whether you are APM or whoever, your family will benefit from Junior and Senior Shield. And we can all enjoy the national green space that was the brainchild of the honorable force of nature, Miss Quincy Gomes Marie. And we are not done yet. We are not done yet. We have plans for national parks, family parks across this island. The Premier will tell you about it. This is progress. And there's so much more in store. Today, you will hear the other side criticize us for allowing DOT to purchase the Four Seasons, Anacorona, and Zemi Beach. Good investors that will invest more than $100 million upgrading and expanding those properties. But you have seen what sort of social investments they have made. Training our people, investing in STEM and robotics, and even culture, as they were the funding partner for the new Lansam Bowl Cultural Center, the brainchild of the Honorable Deanne Kentish Rogers. And we're not yet done. Together, Magic, we will be embarking on a bold new project in Shoal Bay, where there will be an interpretation center, museum, and other infrastructure, so that we can truly enjoy and share the magnificence of the fountain cavern that has been locked down for many years. Yes, Anguilla, we are progressing, and at the center of it all is our people. All our people, regardless of political persuasion. We are Anguilla, and compare that to our opposition, if we have an opposition. Because after the launch of our meetings, we have not heard anything from the opposition. Have you seen them? Have you seen Carter? They are the party who gave Viceroy Co. the lands where Viceroy is, 6.2 acres in Meads Bay, and over 215 acres in Savannah Bay and Sail Bay for nothing in return, and not one piece of investment. The party that Evan McNeil is in, that Kyle joined, is the party that told Butch Stewart that we do not want Sandals Resort in Anguilla, in the airport development in favor of Solomon. A man who they vested a national award upon Anguilla Day, and one who left a sea of financial destruction at flag, including the eradication of all indigenous cocoa plum plants. Those of you in West End, in the Cove, in Meads Bay, would remember that we could go to the Cove, enjoy the coconuts in the dune, and also go up and enjoy the cocoa plums on a seasonal basis. They killed it all. And now they want to return to office and say it's all about the people when they couldn't even preserve the cocoa plum. Let us not forget West End. Let us not forget Cove and Long Bay. Do not let them fool you. Anguilla, do not let them fool you, because the party of Cardi and Cora is the party that allowed Solomon to control Merriwing, Long Bay, and even Pelican Bay in the Cove, to the point where lands are still tied up after the fact. And our people, the people of Anguilla, cannot move forward with their plans without extensive legal groundwork. This is their legacy. This is who they are. The party of Jason and Jose is the party that told the people of Anguilla to go to the banks and borrow and borrow and borrow. And just a year after saying that NBA had $1 billion in assets, they were on the verge of collapse. Do not forget, this is their legacy. It was a party of Shalaya and Madambaro that allowed DCK to come to our shows, build out Cap Juluka using our contractors, and left the island without paying them. Again, leaving a trail of financial destruction. This is their legacy. But what has the Anguilla Progressive Movement done to rectify this going forward? What have we done? We have not only made it mandatory that all investors contribute to social projects, but any foreign contractor coming to our shows must place a quantum of funds in an escrow account so that our local contractors will never, ever be held. They will never leave holding the bag. But that can only happen if you continue to vote the boot. This is your APM Anguilla. And that is why from East End to Windward Point, from West End to Island Harbor, the people are saying yes, yes to progress. Ladies and gentlemen, the visionless one in North Hill will have you believe that there's only one visionless one in North Hill. Will have you believe that they are about the people. Rich people. Rich people. Not Sweets. Not Tracy. Not Kyle. Not Inland Revenue. Not Social Security. We'll continue in North Hill on Saturday night. Remember the slogan? It's all about you. It was never about you. It was always about a few, and that is why today all of Anguilla are going blue, because in you, you know we are true, and we will pull through and not leave you in a stew. I think I need to repeat that, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me for my time. I want to repeat to you, it was never about you. It was always about a few. And that is why today, all of Anguilla is going blue, because in you, you know that we are through and we will pull through and not leave you in a stew. So sail on, West End. Sail on, District 7. Sail on, Anguilla. From 1 to 7. All 11. From 1 to 7. All 11. From Shoal Bay to the forest. From the highlands to the earth. We will transform this nation. No more dirt roads, Fillmore. No more dusty and dark streets. Sidewalks, new water network, data lines, and we will leverage AI and create a national wealth fund to the benefit of the people of this country. Training and scholarships, healthcare and opportunity. We have done so much, but there's so much to do. And when they tell you we can't, point to the record and show them the Valley Main Road. Let them drive on the airport road. No excuses, ladies and gentlemen. We make it happen. We are the do things crew. Take them to the people's market. Just wait until the premier unveil our vision for the Strip and the Island Harbor Boardwalk. We're keeping some things down. Am I saying too much? And if they say we can't, if they ever say that we can't, tell them in the words of the great Barack Obama, tell them yes, we can. Tell them yes, we can. But tonight, I am here to support Jamie Hodge, a son of the soil, a man of the community, a man with a plan, and a man with vision. A man who is not afraid to roll up his sleeve and get things done. A man who is more than just words. A man of action. And this is what I love about the APM. This is what I love. Action. Men and women who cares little about the flair of office, but care about you and listens to you and go out every day and get the job done. I have spent time with Jamie. He has said, by all means, there must be speed humps in Bednes. CCTV across the district. Paving of the Long Bay Road. Development of the Markham Hill Road that leads from Long Bay to Anguilla Trading to create more access. Redevelopment of the Cove Pier. Sidewalks across the length of all the roads inclusive of the Meads Bay Pond Road. And improve access to the art while securing training and scholarships for our youth. He has a bold vision. But like this team standing here tonight, with your vote on February 25th and 26th, go out. Don't assume we got it in the bag. Go out and vote. Wherever I go around this island, the people are saying yes to progress and you guys will win the election. But we cannot win an election without each and every one of you getting people to the polls to vote the vote. proven over the last 4.5 years, and with Jamie, a healthcare facility will return to West End. Real representation, not just someone filling a spot, but a real representative. And that's what's at stake. District 7. So in closing, I admonish you to go out and vote the vote. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. Wherever there is a vote, don't do like Curtis. Wherever there's a vote, circle it. Inside, shade inside of the circle. Stay inside of the circle. Don't be mistaken. Look up and down. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And vote the vote. And by doing so, you will be saying, yes, yes, to progress. So if you want any of us in office, you must vote for all of us. That means voting for Upland, Vanderpool, the vote. That means voting for Kenneth Hodge, the vote. That means voting for Quincy Gomes Marie, the vote. That means voting for Gleneva Hodge, the vote. And go out in numbers. Go out in numbers. And vote Jamie Hodge, the vote. Thank you. And good night. Sail on! Sail on! Sail on!
West End, Long Bay, we are on the move. I would like to bring this thing a little closer so we're not going to take much time. We just want to welcome one of our young people in this constituency. And I want you to make some noise for Petronella Fleming. Put your hands together. This government embraces people. This team, we are about family.
My dear people of District 7, I stand before you tonight, my heart full of pride, to introduce to someone special to us all, Jamie D. Hodge. Who most of you know as Darren.
In times like these, when we need real leadership, Jamie has the strength and heart to lead Long Bay, Meads Bay, the Cove, and West End into better days ahead. Jamie's life began in the sweet village of Long Bay. Being the first son of 7 children, he grew up in the heart of what makes our district special, the place that today stands proud as the tourism capital of Anguilla. But more than that, this is our home, where our beaches welcome visitors while remaining the same place where we gather as a family. Jamie knows our street. He walked them with us through good times and hard times. He's been there. Under my mother, Nicole Fleming's care, Jamie and I grew up as more than cousins. We became brother and sister. We've seen firsthand how our community stands strong by standing together. From his early days, Jamie showed what service means. You'll find him helping neighbors in their yards, running to Christine's Minimark for anyone who needs something, or done by the shows helping pull in fish nets. After getting his master's degree in international business administration from Leeds University, he came right back home to serve our community, working at Marijuana and the former Viceroy Anguilla. He learned how to lead with staying true to who we are. When you see Jamie out fishing today, you see the same generous heart he got from his grandmother, well, our grandmother, Sarita, and Aunt Nicole Fleming, always sharing his catch with neighbors, never looking for praise. I will never forget when we were young at Meads Bay, standing with Iwase to protect our beach access. Jamie said something I will always remember. One day, I want to be strong enough to fight for our people, just like Wase. Today, he is ready to keep that promise. District 7 needs someone who does not just understand our challenges from reading about them. We need someone who lives with them. We need someone who knows how important tourism is, but never forget the people who made this community special. Jamie Hodge is that person. I'm asking you to support Jamie, not just because he's my family, but because I watch him serve this community with his whole heart. Together, we can make District 7 even stronger. Thank you, and may God bless District 7, our beautiful Anguilla.
People of Western Long Bay, I've been begging you to come closer and closer. The time is coming for your representative. He wants to see your face while he speaks to you. Unless you're behind that German wall, how do you support someone that lives behind a German wall in Anguilla. Long Bay, West End, come on. Someone said this bloke takes out his garbage at nighttime and then he picks it up in the morning so you can see him on the road doing something, cleaning up the road, I guess. Oh my goodness gracious me. Do we have to stoop that low? Come on, West End, Anguilla. Make some noise, West End, Long Bay, for one of your very own. Let's make some noise for another youth, Mr. John Hodge.
All aboard! Ship ahoy! Yes, we come again. Can't be found by we. It's a must for me. Wakes me up my slumber. Makes me do a number. It's we time again. Too loose and we break. Find myself a partner. Just to ease the pressure. Oh, yo. I don't wanna sleep. I don't wanna sleep. I don't wanna walk more long. Tell me what you're waiting for.
Good night. Good night, my people. My people from Western and Long Bay and the Cove. Good night. For years, ever since the leadership of Walcott Richardson, we've been looking for a strong, compassionate leader to fight for the people of West End. We are tired of those old rubber stamps and figureheads that stand here and do nothing for us in West End. One day, I was standing by my road and I saw an individual driving down the road. And I looked at that individual and I said, that's the future of Angola. And I chased him down. And that individual is standing right in front of me, Jamie Darren Hodge. He told me, John, I am not ready yet. I said, Jamie, this moment is for you, and you are ready. He told me, John, give me some time. I said, time can't wait. You need to decide now. And Jamie went back, and today, he's standing here contesting the seat in West End. As someone deeply rooted in West End, Long Bay, and the Cove, I always search for a leader that us with courage, determination, and a vision. A leader that will take this part of the island, the culinary belt, bread basket of Angola, up and to the ceiling. Years ago, I worked in a hotel. I call no name. And we was on contracts. Every year, we didn't know if we had a job the other year. But the leader, the representative from West End, will eat with those same investors in the hotel that had us suffering. Now you tell me, who leader dines with someone that has your own people suffering? As he walked out, I would hear the cries of the workers and say, John, how could you have someone in West End like that representing you? I thought that was a betrayal to me. One day, as a businessman struggling in Angola, I had a business problem. I went to my representative and asked him if he could help me. He told me that was not his ministry. I would have to speak to the chief minister myself. Now you tell me, I am coming to you for help, and you cannot represent me, so why are you even here? Who representative wash their hands of their constituents like that? I can guarantee with Jamie as our next representative. You hear what I said? With Jamie as our next representative. He always had the listening ear and always hard at work. Now, I have something to say. If you would close your eyes for a minute and imagine with me our polyclinic in West End, right below you right here. But with this current leader, a minister from his own ministry took something that was emailed for West End and take it to another district because we couldn't find this minister to represent us. This will not happen with Jamie because he's always around. Let me tell you, people of Western Long Bay, it's time to demand better leadership, better representation, a better advocate for the people of Western and Long Bay. Now it's ironic that we are with a boat, right? Because my father years ago, his name was Hubby. He used to have a boat called Lagata. Now Hubby is not the best captain. Hubby was going to sink it, and because he wanted to fill up the boat with coal, he took out the ballast because when he was filling it up, the boat was down. So he wanted more space, so he took out the ballast. As he had to sink it, so a little breeze hit him, and the boat turned over. But you know what Hubby did? He never got off the boat. No matter how rough it is out there, stay on the boat because it's always rougher in the water. Jamie had a little incident when he was out there fishing. His rope got caught up in the engine, and as the boat hit the rocks, you know what Jamie did? Jamie stayed in that boat. No matter how rough it got, he stayed in that boat. And as he looked in the east, there was a captain coming on a boat. His name is Dr. Lorenzo Ellis. And you know a Dr. Han is steady. And no matter how rough it was, he was coming. And he had a crew. And he had a crew that loves to work. And part of that crew is Hayden Hughes. They need to change his name to Bob the Builder because he's building up Angola everywhere. He has Deanne Kentish Rogers, who made a promise to the young people that she would decriminalize marijuana so they don't have to carry it on their record so they can work in Angola. He got Quincy out there doing all this thing in agriculture and environment. And God loves her so much, he's been sending rain every day. I tell you, this is a working government. This government has been working from day one. And we had a captain that wasn't afraid of rough waters. The rougher it gets, his hand was more steady. So people of Angola, I want you to stand with me today and elect this government. And I guarantee you, with Jamie as our representative in West End, we will be sailing to higher heights. My people of Angola, 5 votes! 5 votes! Thank you!
Western, Long Bay. You see, John? Those are the kind of people we got to think about putting as leaders. 1 to 7, all 11. Vote for progress. I want to make this announcement. The cops said some folks want to get out T183. T183. You need to let someone out, please. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, people of Western, Long Bay, Anguilla, I want you to make some noise and help me welcome your next representative, Jamie Hodge. Make some noise, Anguilla.
Yeah. They can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to
Come together, Angola.
Keep the vibes and I stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown. Oh, Jah bless, I say no man curse. Things getting better when they thought it would be worse. Here comes the officers asking for a search. They found no weapon, just only a draw first. But I'm so solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. People will say this and that, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now.
Good night, Angola. I see a sea of blue. I can't see Cardi. I can't see Cardi. Do you see Cardi? Do you see Cardi? Anguilla, I am Jamie Hodge, and do you see Cardi? Because all I see is blue, and I see my captain heading the tiller right behind me. Before I make my presentation today to you, I would like to introduce to you the man himself, the man Walcott A. Richardson. Walcott, I see you. Where are you, Walcott? Right over here is Walcott. General Walcott A. Richardson. As Walcott take the time to pass through the stage, let's gather together.
Good evening. If any one of you in there had doubts about Jamie, just wash them away. I'll tell you why. He has been the only man that could have drawn me out of retirement. Call me at this time when he already had John. But before we go on, I want to invite you all to give me about a minute silence in honor of our dearly departed. We have Nicole Fleming and teacher Oma and Gwendolyn Richardson among them, and all the others of District 7 who has gone on to their rest. 1 minute, please. I want to include in that moment of silence my condolences to Courtney Morton, who has lost his sister recently. Courtney and family, we extend to you our profound condolences and heartfelt sympathy at this time of your grief. But I want to let you know that joy is coming in the morning. So I heard Jimmy calling for Cardi. Where is Cardi? Ladies and gentlemen, we no longer can take the risk of not having proper representation for District 7. I heard them say here tonight that the Anguilla progressive movement has embraced a reject. And if there's any more rejection there, come on board. Come on board. There's room for many more. Come on board. I'll tell you a secret, and you all know how close my family is. But if I had anybody calling my uncle a reject, the last decency in me, I will pay them. Now, according to the definition I look up, I Googled for the political representation. It is an activity of making citizens present in public policy making processes where political actors act in the best interests of citizens. Cardi can't fit that definition. Cardi can't fit that definition. I won't be long, absolutely, to take away the time from Jamie. So you notice I have not given the accolades that have been given to all the other candidates. But in my heart and in your heart, you know the deserve of the accolades. Now I want to give you two brief incidents where Cardi could not fit the definition. Where is Cardi? Cardigan failed to stand up to representing his constituents and the Anguilla public at large. When I'm going to ask, you're going to hear it later. Jim is going to play the tape for you. So I won't go into that. Again, I will give yield to that. I feel for Cardi. Yes, I even drop a tear. He even can't represent himself, but want to represent. He wants to represent the proud people of District 7. Would you join and understand that we need to cry for him so that he may be redeemed? You know, there's a young lady I went to school with here at West End some time ago, years ago. She passed away recently, and Cardi went with the brother to St. Martin. But you know what Cardi did? Cardi posed as a member of government and relished that kind of thing in a church. Yes, you can look it up. Just go to the funeral the thing, and you go see Cardi goes up there when they refer to him as the Minister of Government in Anguilla. Fact!
can't fake it to make it. You can't fake it to make it. And if tonight was my night, if tonight was my night, instead of Jamie, I'll eat your rice. He goes around giving the impression that he's number 2 on the front slate. That he is next after Korah. But you know what happened not too long ago? Korah had to go leave the island for personal reasons. Who she put as to deputize for her. All right. Who was the person? I think there's somebody called, say that again? Say that again? No, it gotta be Cardi. He's number 2. Man, oh man. He can't fake it to make it. It's nonsense to go around trying to fool the people. Utter nonsense. And from that tape, you'll hear that Cardi really ain't have any respect in his own party. Not even in his own party they respect him. Let me say here, and I'm going to finish it right here, in respect of time. Poor representation leads to bad representation. Bad representation leads to no representation. No representation leads to Cardigan Adolphus Hughes. Connor. Say no to Cardigan. Send him home. He's now visiting the village of St. Martin. My country, St. Martin, looking for votes. Tell him come home to the city. Come home to the city, because I go in there in the next 2 weeks and reverse everything that he has done. Everything. And believe me, Jamie Hodge and his crew will take us far through the next 5 years. Because this boat has an anchor that keeps us firm in Anguilla. God bless you. God bless Anguilla. Be at peace and know that Christ will do the rest.
Thank you, Walker Richardson. And I say, I just see in blue, a blue sea. I see you, Angola Progressive Movement. I am still looking for Cardi. Good evening, District 7. What an honor it is to stand before you tonight. They say, rising tide lifts all boats. But let me tell you, this APM boat isn't just riding the tide. It's leading the charge. Charting a course to progress. Cutting through every wave of doubt. And steering straight into a brighter future for Angola. The name is Jamie D. Hodge. Your son, your brother, your neighbor, one of you. I am a proud APM standard bearer for District 7. The real standard bearer with an open agenda. In the last election, you spoke loud and clear for the APM. Your votes weren't just numbers. It was a message, a voice for the man, a demand of action, a demand for change, and that demand was heard and acknowledged. Tonight, I am here to remind you that progress isn't just coming, it's already here. It is said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Well, District 7, we're not just going fast. We're going far together with you. We're going bold. We're going all the way. Say it with me. We are going all the way. 1 to 7, all 11. Make no mistake. We are going all the way. That's why I stand before you, not as an outsider looking in, but as a partner in progress, your advocate, and the representative ready to take our district, District 7, to heights that have never been seen before. As your partner, you welcome me to your homes, your backyards, your shops. During this current campaign, it has been an honor to be able to connect with you and to listen to all your concerns and your many suggestions. These interactions have reinforced my understanding and my appreciation about the power of representation. So, District 7, my plan is to take you to greater heights. Heights where opportunities abound, where prosperity strives, and where every single one of us rises together. There shall be no barriers because of your race or your gender or because your preferred language or accent. With my candidacy, we offer a platform based on community and unity. This island has seen great progress in many areas in just the first term. We are entering a period of high growth and low debt. We have begun not just to fix and expand, but also adjust the economy that will work for all Anguillians. Now my sea of blue, while the opposition drifts aimlessly, without direction and empty promises. The Anguilla Progressive Movement, APM, is cutting through the waves of purpose and clarity. We are not just floating, we are steering, charting, navigating the course for real progress on an open keel, steering the course. While they scramble to patch up their leaks and drift aimlessly, the APM boat is fully equipped, expertly crewed, and surging ahead with trust at our backs. No, my see a blue. No, my see a blue. I ask again, do you see Cardi? I don't see Cardi. So on election day, when it's all over, there'll be no hardly. While the opposition sings an uncertainty and despair, APM will be sailing on, steering to prosperity. We're not here to rest on our laurels. District 7 deserves more. More than just promises. We deserve plans that cannot be materialized. That can be materialized. Under my leadership, here's what's next. Empowering our people to sustain sustainable tourism and development. The marina is only one step. We'll ensure that we have access to training and opportunities to fill these new jobs, not just in our district, because this is our district and we will own its benefits and successes. Investing in youth is not just being talked about, it's about equipping our young people with skills for the future, trade opportunities, entrepreneurial programs, and digital innovation will take center stage in my agenda. We need to be invested in also. Advancing infrastructure, as I stand committed to your voice, District 7. To see the road in Long Bay be fixed. Also added sidewalks from Four Seasons and my favorite Mexican restaurant, Picante. I hear your cry. Your cry about us needing a police station, a clinic, bumps to slow down the speeding traffic in Bednes, and the road by Flash. Not forgetting running water. My opponent had the opportunity to fight for the construction of a polyclinic in West End for 10 years, but nothing. No representation.
They told me they will put the clinic West End, trying to give Cardigan Connor an advantage. I tell them never. What is the problem? They say we got to carry the clinic.
Play the tape over again.
They told me they will put the clinic West End, trying to give Cardigan Connor an advantage. I tell them never. What is the problem? They say we got to carry the clinic.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So I ask, where was Cardi? Where was Cardi, District 7? Where was Cardi to fight for us? Where was Cardi to fight for our clinic? A polyclinic duly dissolved in District 7, moved to District 6, where he got licks. I'm not just a businessman, I'm also a fisherman, like my good friend John Hodge said. And I will continue the good fight that I started for the access of a wharf in the Cove. That public road needs to be fixed. It's been in negotiation from 2020. We need access to the Cove. We just don't need it. We demand it. District 7 will match progress we are bringing. We'll make it easier for people to live, walk, strive right here. This isn't just about leadership. It's about partnership, representation. And my promise to you is simple. I will walk for you, alongside you, to build a future which we can be proud of. Some will come with you with distractions. They will throw words around, stir up division, try to slow us down. But they can't stop us now. Here's what I know. APM delivers. Let me repeat that for you again, because my sea of blue haven't heard me clearly. I will say it slowly. APM delivers. I couldn't hear you, and I couldn't see Kade. So because Jamie talks fast, I will slow it down a little bit slower. Here is what I know. APM delivers. No one wants us to follow this page very carefully. While others talk, we walk. While others talk, we do what? While others talk, we do what? While others promise, we produce. I say again, while others promise, we produce. And while others argue, we advance. Now I want that to sink in. And may I repeat for you guys, because Jamie Hodge speaks fast. While others talk, we walk. While others promise, we produce. And while others argue, we advance. Before I continue, I would like to acknowledge and commend the positive contributions Belto made in this district, particularly in relation to the main road, boat racing. He was a strong pillar in this community, and his efforts deserve recognition. District 7. I can't hear you. District 7. I still can't hear you. District 7. I think a little bit deaf, so let's go again. District 7. This is our time. Not next year, not 5 years from now, right now. District 7, this is our time. Not next year, not 5 years from now, right now. Say yes to progress. Say yes to progress. Say yes to APM. Say yes to APM. Say yes to the Blue Sea. Yes to Jamie Darren Hodge. District 7, you hear me? We are saying yes to Jamie Darren Hodge. Say yes, but voting me as your next district representative. Say yes by voting me as your next district representative. Thank you, District 7. Thank you, APM. On February 25th, 26th, vote APM. Vote all island-wide candidates. Quincy Mary Gums. Quincy Mary Gums. Gleneva Hodge, where you get 2 for 1. Kenneth Hodge and Artlane Vanterpool. In District 1, vote the Honorable Ellis Lorenzo Webster, my captain of this boat. I can't hear the crew in that blue sea. I say vote my captain in District 1, Dr. Ellis Lorenzo Webster. In District 2, don't let them fool you. Vote the maestro. Vote Lennox Vanterpool. Vote the maestro, Lennox Vanterpool in District 2. And of course, a man of action, Courtney Morton in District 3. Let me hear you say, Courtney Morton in District 3. We don't need bullies, we need representation. Say no to bullying and say yes to Courtney Morton. In District 4, we all know she bring it home. That is our own D. and Kentish Rogers. Like I say, D for D4, it is D. and Kentish Rogers. In District 5, we call him Prince in District 5. This guy known to be a good man, a real man, the coach, the man that goes on your park with your kids. Without your care, he's the man called Merritt Richardson. I didn't hear you, District 5. Let us say Merritt Richardson. He's a prince. And like my good friend John Hodge say, we change Hayden's name today. He's known to be Bob the Builder. Vote for Bob the Builder in District 6, where he will be sharing nothing but licks. I say let's go again. In District 6, Hayden will share nothing but licks. And of course, in District 7, vote your Jamie Darren Hodge. Vote Jamie Darren Hodge for true representation. Let me hear you say true representation. Let me hear you say, I can't hear you because I can't see Cardi in that sea of blue. Vote in District 7 for true representation. Jamie Darren Hodge. 5 votes. 5 votes. 5 votes. 1 to 7. 1 to 7. 1 to 7. All 11. Thank you, my blue sea of crew. I'm still looking for Cardi.
They just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. People
people will say this and
Make some
that.
noise, Long Bay Western Anguilla. Make some noise for your next representative. Now, Anguilla, you have been very fortunate to have a leader like Dr. Ellis Lorenzo Webster. A man, a leader of the people, a leader for the people. A man that's compassionate, a man that embraces people and doing whatever he can to ensure that the people of Anguilla rise. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to make some noise for our next premier for another 5 more years, the Honorable Dr. Ellis Lorenzo Webster. Make some noise, Anguilla, come on.
They say this mountain can't be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know you like we do. There is power in your name. We've heard that there is no way through. We've heard the tide will never change. They haven't seen what you can do. There is power in your name. So much power in your name. Move the immovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe.
Yes, yes, yes. District number 7. Oh my goodness. This is the first time I've seen so many people in district number 7, and they're all wearing blue. That's the way to do it. District number 7, Weston, Long Bay, the Cove, and everything surrounding. You know, on January the 18th, we boarded ship APM up this movement from Island Harbor. We came down to the middle to district number 4, tacked back to the east, went to district number 2, blew up the place, took the blue shoes, tell them when we were going to be voting. Everybody went crazy, and now we took a tack. A heavy wind pushed us to district number 7. Team APM, ship APM, progress! Progress! Say yes to progress. Say yes, district number 7. What they got now, what they're saying to us now. You saw tonight, we brought out Jamie Hodge, and Jamie told them like it was. He said how it's gonna be. He said no representation is now what I have, and we're gonna bring Jamie Hodge on February 25th and February 26th, and he'll be the next representative for district number 7, going into the House of Assembly and getting the work done. It is time. It is time for Jamie Hodge. And I can't be proud of this team. You know, we left Island Harbor. We picked up Lennox, the Maestro Vanderpool in district number 2. We went out there. We got Courtney in waiting. And then district 4. How can they stop the Queen? How can they stop her? She has so much energy. They bring out all the people that they can bring against her. They tried to dig up everything they could against her. They decided that they were going to come out and take her down. Some people said they will spend every last dollar to get rid of her, but she is standing tall. She is in number 4. She is to continue to be the representative for district number 4, Valley South. How can you get better representation?
I don't know what she did to them. But whatever it is, we know that she got a bow in their saddle. She got a corn on their foot. She knows that they can't stop her now. Oh my goodness. They said they were bringing out the visionless one to take down the coach. North Hill said, Coach, we got your back because we know that you are the one to represent us from 2025 to 2030 and beyond. We have the coach. He's got the energy. He's got the power. He's got the ability. And he started us off in Island Harbor, and the energy has not stopped. He was moving like he was 20 years old. I'm trying to match him tonight. I'm trying to drink what he was drinking up in Island Harbor. Coach, you got to share that with everybody. And you got them all scared now. Oh, my goodness. And then district number 6. Oh, Sharon Licks. You would think that he was a headmaster with a strap that he carried on his back. Sharon Licks. He's getting the job done, and that has got them all nervous. District number 6. I don't think they'll find a candidate to run against you. And then our at-large candidates. Can they match up to our at-large candidates? I think no matter what they try, no matter who they bring back, who they resurrect, and they come back, whoever they come with, they can't stop our at-large candidates. When you have Kenneth Hodge, when you have Quincy Gums-Marie, when you have Arthur Vanterpool, when you have Gleneva Hodge, I think I'm the best captain around because I picked a team that is going to take Anguilla from 2020 into 2050 without any problems, because when we came in, there was an empty treasury. And now we went from 1 day of reserves to 332 days of reserves. That alone should get us reelected. And then we have a record. We found $500 million in debt. We've brought it down to $340 million. That too should be counted. What is their record? District number 7, we have brought progress to the bread basket of Anguilla. We are making it better for you, for the hospitality workers. We have made sure that your service charge has gone up. We've made sure that your minimum wage is there so that at least you have a floor to start with. And we are telling them you can't start at minimum wage. You got to give a livable wage. And that's what Kenneth Hodge, the minister, is going to next. That is what APM stands for. Progress. Say yes to progress. Say yes to progress. 1 to 7, all 11. 5 votes, 5 votes. Say yes to progress. Our tourism numbers are the best they have been year upon year. And there are new developments coming. There is the marina down at Southwest Harbor by Altamont. There's the new project coming on Meads Bay. There's a new project over in Rendezvous Bay. There are projects up in Savannah Bay. There's a project in Shoal Bay. I mean, we could call all the bays. We're soon going to have them covered. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what APM, the confidence that investors have in this administration, it shows continuously. And when we tell them that they have to make social obligations, and we call in millions, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, they sign on the dotted line and they say, we are doing it for the people of Anguilla, not for the members of the Anguilla Progressive Movement. We are doing it for Anguilla because Anguilla has been left behind 58 years after revolution. Anguilla is finally seeing the way to the top. We are the gem of the Caribbean. We are number one in the Caribbean. We want to keep that spot. And the only way we can do it, ladies and gentlemen, district number 7 is to vote 5 votes, 5 votes. Vote for Jamie Hodge, the boat. Vote for Quincy Gomes Marie, the boat. Vote for Gleneva Hodge, the boat. Vote for Kenneth Hodge, the boat. And vote for the man from up in Welch's, Auckland, Olithamus, Vanderpool. He came on the boat. We had a minister that jumped off the boat and he got in shark-infested waters because he couldn't swim. And now he's saying, bring him back. Ladies and gentlemen, you know better. You know better. We have a full team, and we said, don't split the vote. Give us 5 votes. Give us 5 votes on February 25, and then on February 26, all of you get to bring him home. Bring us all home so we can continue this good work, because good work gives more work, and more work is what we want to do. That's our work. That's Anguilla work. Yes. Tonight's theme is empowering and uplifting our people. Now, I can tell you that tonight that has happened. Yes, that's the story. So when we went to Life Impact Church on Sunday, I told the story of Acts 27, and in verse 31, when Paul, who was a prisoner, he turned to the God when the storms were pushing the boat around. He said, stay on board the boat or you will perish. And they stayed on the boat. And I heard it referenced tonight, stay on board the boat, because the boat is sailing into good smooth sailing. We're sailing around the stake. I was going to say like the UFO, but I'm in wizard country, in light and peace country. But still, you know where we're from. So they, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, they brought back the one who left District 3 and turned it over. And his replacement said that 17 years that nothing had been done in District number 3. But now he's coming back to show that for all of Anguilla Island-wide. And they ask, how come I haven't done more for health? But I told you why we haven't done more for health. Because when we came in, Anguilla was broke. It was barren. It was bankrupt. And we had to spend the time to get money in the treasury, to get money so that we could do the things that you needed done. We had to make sure pay for education, finish the school. We had to make sure pay for health care, keep the hospital open. We had to make sure pay for security, keep you safe. That is what a good government does. And so we came in COVID, and COVID required all the resources to make us better. We put the money in where it was needed and have one of the best records of dealing with COVID in the world. Little Anguilla, 35 square miles, 15,000 people. That's what we did. And now, our public servants haven't had a raise since 2008. We decided to pay the deferred salaries. We decided to reverse the cuts that they took in 2009 and 2010. We are doing a comprehensive salary review so that they can be paid so that they can match the cost of living increases. That is what a good, compassionate, competent administration would do. So don't say we haven't done anything for health care. At least we took the pictures of the phone out of our pockets and said that coming in this next term, we will have a state-of-the-art medical facility that will provide medical care for our people. He He took the pictures on his phone with him when he left the House of Assembly. We say to our businesses, we say to our young people, we have a Get Set program which we're going to improve, where you can get grants, where you can get mentorship. We have the Innovate Anguilla program, business incubator program that Minister of Social Development and Education has put with the Anguilla Youth Business Foundation. We have put money into grants and loans for the Anguilla Development Board. We send our young people, if you want to start a business, we will help you with the money to do it. We'll provide a space for you to develop your business so that you can do better. We are looking out for you, the people, empowering and uplifting our young people. That's what an administration that cares about its people does. Not just a slogan. Not just a slogan. And in education, we finished the school to get off the split shift system. We are building a TVET, Technical Vocational Center, for those who want to learn skills and trades so they continue to develop Anguilla to build this country. We are giving scholarships, $4 million in scholarships, over 100 in digital scholarships. We're going to transform this country so that our young people, instead of wanting to leave, that they want to stay here. And we're saying to Anguillans, if you are abroad and you want to contribute to Anguilla, come back home. Don't just come when you want to vote. Come back home. Come back home and help us to develop this country. And I want to talk about sports development, basketball facilities in Blowing Point and Island Harbor, the cricket field at the James Ronald Webster Park. We are developing that. The Players Pavilion, which we have the money to do. New lights and an electronic scoreboard, which an investor is going to pay for. The athletic track, which we are looking to get. The drag racing strip, which we are making sure that we get for our young people. This is an investment in people, empowering and uplifting our people. That is the Anguilla Progressive Movement. Non-stop. We can't go back. Say yes to progress. Say yes to progress. And the only way you can do that is on February 25th and February 26th. You vote for the Anguilla Progressive Movement. 5 votes. 5 votes. And I want to talk about health. Because I'm a doctor, I should talk about health, and we should do more for health. And that's what we're doing. In the second term, we're going to continue to do more. I want to talk a little bit about what we've done in health. Because they're saying we didn't do anything in health. Let's just point out, you heard tonight, Senior Shield, for those 70 and older to make sure that they have access to health care. Junior Shield, those under 6. And as we get back, in the next term, we're going to have national health insurance so that everybody is covered. You know, Arthur talked about dialysis. Arthur actually, it's more than $144,000 a year per patient. It's actually $186,000 per patient. We are covering that. And you know what? And I'll tell you why we decided to cover dialysis. There was a patient. He was 36 years old. He returned from the U.S., had kidney failure. And he went to the hospital to do dialysis because he started that in the States, and they turned him away. And he called Minister Hughes. He called Merrick Richardson. And they told him to talk to me. And I called over and I said, go ahead and do dialysis. Because if you don't do it 3 times a week, you build up fluid, you build up toxins in your body. And for a 36-year-old to look at death as his only option, that was not going to happen under my watch. There is a 21-year-old who's getting dialysis 3 days a week. We don't have access to kidney transplants because, as an overseas territory, we don't qualify to put them on the list in the UK or the USA. But we have to make sure that we keep them alive with dialysis. That is a life-saving process. And I said, under my watch, nobody's going to die because they need dialysis and couldn't get it. Say yes to progress. And they say we don't care. They say we're not compassionate. And we got a new dialysis center. I am taking dentistry back to the Welch's Polyclinic. It was gone for too long. Our people in the East need to have access to dental care. And this administration has put it in the budget so that we're getting equipment and getting a dentist for Welch's Polyclinic. We had a developer, an investor, get us $300,000 in medical equipment for the Princess Alexandra Hospital. That is progress. That's the same investor that is paying over $1 million for the school feeding program. Yes, yes to progress. And the MRI machine, yes, we're now able to provide diagnostic services that could not be done before 2021, before this administration came in. And I say you have to vote for this administration so we can continue to progress. And we are bringing in more specialists. We are bringing in orthopedics because we found, and that's the thing about this administration, we are data-driven. We determine it by the numbers. Most of what we pay in medical treatment overseas is paid for orthopedic procedures where our young people, our old people get hurt, have fractures, and then they have to go overseas to get mended. We can do that here in Anguilla. So we're getting orthopedic surgeon, and we have the equipment already. Yes. And our doctors are saying that when there's only one specialist of a certain specialty, they get burned out. They're on call 24/7, 365 days a year, 366 in a leap year. We said because of their wellness and what we want to take care of them, we are getting 2 specialists per specialty. So 2 OBGYNs, 2 pediatricians, 1 psychiatrist, cardiologists. We are adding them so we can provide those services. And they say we haven't done anything for health care. You know, but it was Martin Luther King Jr. who said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Change takes a long time, but it does happen. And on June 26th and June 29 of 2020, when you voted in your large numbers for the Anguilla Progressive Movement, you said yes to change because change couldn't wait. And now change has come, and now you have to say yes to progress, because when you progress, when you're on board with the Anguilla Progressive Movement, when you say from 1 to 7, all 11, when you say 5 votes, you are bringing home a team that is going to continue the progress, that is going to make sure that Anguilla continues to grow, not growing too fast, but growing at the right pace, because it's the needs of Anguilla, the needs of the people that determines the pace that we should grow. 58 years from the revolution, when we were promised an airport, when we were promised paved roads, when we were promised running water, when we were promised that we would have telephone systems, we are still waiting, and the wait is over. And so when you vote to continue this administration, you know that you're participating. You know that you are doing the right thing. You know that changes work for you. You know that it is time for the Anguilla Progressive Movement to take us to the future, to take us to the top. That's right. That's right. This ship is coming into harbor, so blow your horns because you know that you're coming in. 1 to 7, all 11. But I just want to say something about Jamie tonight because, you know, I met Jamie before the last election. We tried to get him on board, but, you know, he had other voices in his ears. But this time, we got a crewman, one who knows how to tighten the jib, one who knows that when we get in the wind, how we have to look for the squalls and we have to get over them. And he is right there as the jib man right now with us. He is pulling up the jib. He's got the boat going in the right direction with us. And all the other 9 crew persons on board, we are going with the wind. We are right on track. You know, I got a tiller in my hand. I have laid it down. Full bore, head to the wind. We are going in the right direction. But Jamie is one of the hardest working people I know. And he is versatile and he is flexible because when one thing doesn't work, he changes and does another. And if that doesn't work, he finds another thing to do. And so you can't tell Jamie, you can't tell him that things are not working out because he says, Captain, go this way. And I know that when you turn this way, you're going to pick up the wind and we're going to continue on course. That's what Jamie says, and that's what Jamie does. He does what it takes to get the job done. And that's the representation that District Number 7 needs during the next 5 years. That is representation. Say yes to progress. Say yes to Jamie Darren Hodge. The man with purpose, the man picked for these times to take this distraction out of the doldrums. Yes, this is the breadbasket. Yes, you are going, but you need Jamie to take us for the next 5 years to make sure that Weston, that Long Bay, that the Cove continues to move in the right direction, to have the wind in our sails going in the right direction, for Ship Anguilla to be on the right track. We need the Anguilla Progressive Movement, 1 to 7, all 11. And so tonight, she's steady on course. You know, tonight, we can come out here, you know, biggest crowd I've seen in West End ever. And I've been doing this since 2014. But if you come out here tonight and on election day, you don't show up, or you don't bring 5 more people with you who said they're not going to vote because they think that we got it won already. Don't believe that. You have to vote. You have to come out and vote. So I'm asking each one of you tonight to commit to bringing 5 people with you, because that will be 5 persons voting. So that makes it 25 votes for the Anguilla Progressive Movement, so that you can bring home all of us. You have to vote. So we look good in these rallies, but we want to look better on the night of the election when they're calling, you know, Lennox Vanderpool the boat, Courtney Morton the boat, Deanne Kentish Rogers the boat, Merrick Richardson the boat, Hayden Hughes the boat, Jamie Hodge the boat, Jamie Hodge the boat, Jamie Hodge the boat. No competition. Jamie Hodge the boat. And then you got Quincy Combs Marie the boat. You got Kenneth Hodge the boat. You have Arthur Vanderpool the boat. Gleneva Hodge the boat. And then in District Number 1, that will lead it all off, We're going to say, Ellis Lorenzo Webster, the boat. That caps it off. West End, Long Bay, the Cove. Bring it home. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God continue to bless Anguilla. 5 votes, 5 votes, 5 votes, 5 votes. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
But they don't know you like we do. There is power in your name. We've heard that there is no way through. We've heard the tide will never change. They haven't seen what you can do. There is power in your name. So much power in your name. Move the immovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for
All aboard! All aboard! Ship ahoy! Yes, we come again. Can't leave my we. It's a must for me. Wakes me up my slumber. Makes me do a number. It's we time again. To lose and we break. Find myself a partner. Just to ease the pressure.
Come on, West End. Make some noise. I just want to make one more announcement before we say goodbye. It was a great night. Did you enjoy it? Awesome. The folks here who are still selling for Jamie, they say they have some soup. You can take a bowl home with you. It's only $2. $2, so get some soup on your way home. This boat is beginning to sail from here to North Hill. And our next location, we would be in North Hill on Saturday evening from 6 o'clock. We get kicked off right by the basketball court. All roads lead to North Hill. We see you there. God bless you. Have a great evening, a great drive home. God bless you until Saturday afternoon. We love you, one big family.